Like all it's gonna take for him is to do a podcast, and that's it right there. That's all he needs. And his shit ain't even got to be long. If I was him, I'll do some shit probably like a half hour every 2, 3 days or some shit, twice a week, 3 times a week.
When you went to jail, being that you had the streets on that much fire, what was that like? Let's just say the first month, not just for you, inmates, seeing Max B in here with that situation as hot as you was on the streets.
All that shit get tiring. I just want to chill, right, and be treated like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, we lost that luxury. Niggas be grouped out. When you ain't trying to be talking about music, niggas want to rap for you when you ain't into none of that. So, right now, when you going through this new spot, I'm a rapper, whatever. I'm a rapper. I'm from New York. I'm Dolo.
Right.
And I got to go through the system. So, I'm on straight Rambo time with this shit. Like, I don't want to play. Ain't no horse playing. We not doing no chess, no cards. Shit is like focus. I just got convicted. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care about that shit right now.
Right.
That shit ain't nothing. I'm trying to get shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of be like where I be at with the shit. Like, all right, I just hit rock bottom again. Let me see how I'm gonna dust my shit off and get back up and get back on the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I look at it. When it's time for that, like that shit don't really excite me. Like, I want to skip past the formalities. All right, yeah, this is shit. All right, now let's just be regular.
Right.
And that's it.
When you went to jail,
yeah, man. I think one of the things people forget is that this nigga ain't had the luxury of even being like federal and like where he could just ride in a New York car. Like that nigga spent all that time around straight Jersey niggas.
Yeah.
Then I could only imagine, bro, like being, but that shit low key. It's like, yeah, you went there for some real shit, like, it went down, whatever. Niggas might look at that how they look at it. But I could imagine that shit low-key embarrassing. Like, you was the nigga, you know what I'm saying, like, really out there on the street, and now you in here with a bunch of niggas, most of them who probably would love to have been in the spot that you at. They probably ended up in jail trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
They can get on this shit, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it don't always be love for the nigga just because you the celebrity that come into jail. Like niggas be looking at you like nigga,
you a plate.
Nigga, you stupid, nigga.
Some niggas look at you like a plate.
What for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you look like the ultimate crash out. And then naturally it's just the niggas who ain't even taking into consideration, like, bro, if I was locked up with Max and that nigga got convicted on that body or whatever and shit in commission of a robbery, I ain't rapping for that nigga because shit, chances are I'm gonna be home before this nigga. Depending on what my charge is.
That's what he was saying in the interview. He was like, most niggas don't understand. Like, nigga, you gonna rap for me now. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing about that shit.
Word, like, so that shit, you know what I mean? That shit was like, that shit was crazy. And then, he was talking about the history. Because Cam and Mase is pretty much, like, they really from the same.
Yeah, all them niggas know each other.
Right. Because it's like, Mase is from 133rd, Cam is from 140th, like Max. Know what I'm saying? So that shit, like they all grew up within like a 7-block radius of each other and shit.
Yeah, them niggas grew up with each other because Max was telling the story in that interview where he told Mase to give him $100. And he was like, Mase, if you listen to the interview, you can tell them niggas already like
doing that being around the world. I'm like, yo, this nigga up. I'm like, yo, Best man, let me get $100. He pulls out the new money at this time, the big fake joints. I'm like, yo, this shit look fake as hell. I thought it was a coupon. I'm like, I'm like, yo, this nigga just gave me a coupon, dude. The fuck is this shit? Nah, you like, nah, man, bro, this real money, man. I'm like, you sure, man? He like, hold it up. Look, he schooled me right there. He like, hold it up, man, bro. He like, you see that little face in the shot, that hologram? You was doing that being around the world.
Yeah. Nigga said he gave me a coupon. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I remember the first time a fiend gave me like the new 20. Yo, I chased that nigga down and tripped him. Like, I don't know, I guess he didn't understand, like, why the fuck is he chasing me? So the nigga just started running. Like, you know how you run from the police? Like, you just see nigga start
running.
But, because I looked at the money store, by the time I looked at the shit, because you know what it was? Like, I would fold the shit and I put it on top of, like, the billfold I already had.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the shit and I see this big ass number 20 on this shit, I said, what the fuck? I opened that shit up. I said, hey, yo, boy.
Whoa.
So I started running after this nigga. And he just looked back and he just took off. Like, he ain't gonna wait to see what my big ass chasing him for. So, like, yo, bro. I tapped up the nigga. I tripped this nigga.
Oh, shit.
Yo, I tripped this nigga. Boy, when I tell you the way he went down, remember the nigga from wrestling, Scotty Too Hotty, when he would do the worm? And he would go belly first? Boy, the nigga landed on his stomach first. I know that shit must have knocked the wind out of his ass, because and so I'm over there and shit like that. Like, I turned him over. I just start slapping him. I'm not even punching him. I'm just like slapping the shit out of this nigga. I'm like, yo, I see you trying to burn me. He's like, I ain't doing nothing. And shit like that. And the nigga come over there like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, yo, this nigga trying to give me some fake ass money and shit like that. He looked at the money. He said, yo, come here, bro. Like, he just kind of put his like arm over my shoulder and shit and like walked me away and shit like that. I was like, yo, what about this nigga? He said, yo, I'm gonna talk to you, bro. And he put me on like, yo, bro, they do 20s out here, bro. He said, like Monopoly money, I know, but you can't. He said, bro, but that's a true story. Like, yo, I could really relate. When I heard this shit, this clip, I started dying, nigga. I said, oh yeah, I definitely got to tell this story.
That reminded me of when I had to chase Kid Graham over through the streets of Philly for my $20.
Oh shit!
I had to chase that bitch in traffic. I got that shit on film too.